What's the deal, gang? What goes on? We're back. We're live. Sit your asses down. Fill it up. Come on in. Want to see everybody in here? Hop in. Santos. What's up, Turk? Yo. See you guys. What's going on? All right. Made it. We have made it. Let's fill it up. Let's fill it up. I mean, the session already started. I can't be waiting for everybody, right? But we should have positions here. That didn't quite reach our level. Did it? Hold on. Did it? It did. Did tap our level there. All right. Let's get into it. Let's do a breakdown and we'll see if we can make it to this position. The daily, right? The daily's closed bearish, but we're at all-time highs. So we did create an all-time high today, rebroke the highs, and then came back down, flipped bearish. I would expect a tap of these previous levels, previous ranges. Opened up with a top wick. The 4 hours just driving up. The daily's driving up. Hasn't come back down to grab any orders. The 1 hour is pulling up heavy here. The heavy hitter, 1 hour. 30 just had a celery play for a position to come up. 33 pips, not bad. But the daily's bullish and the previous 4 hours bullish. I'm sorry, the daily's bearish and the previous 4 hours bearish. We look for some sells. Get our levels up here. The levels are up here. Okay, this was low. This was interesting, that upwick sell here. Come on. Wow, 60 pips. Big ranges, massive ranges. Really want to get to the higher time frame levels here. Okay, so things will get interesting at this level. Decision-making time, and we got here pretty quickly, right? This is also a 4 hour level here across the board to the left. This is interesting. The level here on the hourly to let me back. I'm looking to see if we can find some kind of support on multiple time frames. Just no support yet across the board. Also, no bottom wick. This will be a lovely area. What are the stops here? It's a lot of pips. It's a great area to come down from off the 4-hour. The problem is, like, I'd love to take sells here, but the stops to the left here are just too big. You'd have to use this stop across the board, and that's 200 pips right there. You'd have to use that wick, logically. But the 4-hour should tap and come down here. Look, you're getting that reaction right now. Yeah, especially with the daily no bottom wick. But just because it looks nice, we can't take it. It's the stop is not there for us. One. Yeah, a little choppy here. Very choppy here in terms of price action. In terms of existing ranges, there's no clear, clean level until you get above there, and I think that's what we might use. Until then, it's just chop. So ideally we get up to there. Right, that's the 15, that's the 30. That is a 1-hour closure, right, with that 1-hour wick. Like to get up there. I see the 4-hour level here. It'd be amazing if we could get to this 1 hour and close back below the 4. It might be a tall task. Oh, a bunch of people at the Zoom door. Sorry, gang. I wasn't even looking at the chat. Looking for sells as well. So it's your live session so addictive. Yeah, come through. Amazing. Yeah, I'd love to get some sells, but look at it coming down right now at this level. That's the 4-hour level across the board right here to the left. So it would make sense for us to react here, but on the smaller time frame, we just don't fall in line here. Are you? I'm good. Tell me something to stay disciplined. Something. Now you better be disciplined after that. You better fucking stay disciplined now. Okay, see, it's gotta drive through this higher time frame level, which means it's gonna form new levels here, form new ranges. When it does, we'll be part of it. Right now, I'm going based on the higher time frame, and on the higher time frame,
Alex, I got a question.
Yeah.
I'm looking for sales as well. I'm looking on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. I see a level at 46, like 30.7.8. There's some wicks there, and then there's a closure there. It's also a 4 hour wick. Would that be a good level or no? Yeah, right around there. Yeah, right around there. Exactly. Yep. Would that be a good level or no? That's also a wick on the 4 hour as well.
Really depends how we get there. I'm not worried about that level. I'd rather see these levels react here, the more recent ones. Right.
Oh, those? Okay.
Really, this is the level here. Here,
Right there.
the
Okay.
level that you wanted, that you're looking at. I mean, the reason why you're looking at the level up here, I think that read should be down here based on the 4 hour. But this wick, like, it's tough to make that call here because, first of all, I don't know where this volume's coming in, right? We just opened up today and there's no bottom. I don't know. Maybe this thing keeps driving up, right? But I want it to top out here in this case. If this was a 4 hour level, and when we go to the 1 hour, that's the same level, right? Look, go to the 4 hour. If these levels were on the same spot, and then you would confirm it with the 30, and maybe the more recent level here also was down here, right? Let's say it was like this, running across from that level. I'd be like, all right, yeah, then like we know that level is sharp, right? Right, because you have a more recent on a smaller time frame, and then you go back. Oh shit, back over here. It was a 4 hour level over here at the same spot, and now you go to the hourly. And if hourly was right here as well instead of up there, then right now you kind of got to pick and choose between levels. When they all line up on one, you don't really have to make that decision. It's just all right.
Okay, got it.
So I usually wait for those, and if it doesn't happen, then remember, multiple instances, multiple time frames. And if it doesn't happen, then you let it come back and actually get the closure. Wait for the actual closure, not just the slingshot, right? You know, don't look for the pancake, look for the onion, for the celery, you know, for that, all that. You shorted that 24 pips, limit off for the 4 hour. Good job. Just close that trade and feel good through that. What's the best way not to revenge trade? It really depends on how long you've been trading and what kind of experience you got. There's going to be a different approach for everybody. Different approach for everybody. But, and you know why it's a different approach? Because everyone has different definitions. Everyone has different definitions for the word done. Right? At which point are you done? First define, you know, your done moment. Is it when your mental clarity is depleted? Is it 1 or 2 losses? Is it a certain amount of dollars? Right? What's the done for you? Because like, let's make sense of this, right? We do things logically, right? And like, you're not trading at that moment, right? When you're revenge trading, is just ego panic. You're trying to undo embarrassment, like personal embarrassment. The market doesn't care. It'll punish you every single time. Right? And like, what do we do here? We do technical analysis, right? The study of historical price data. The moment you try to make it back, like, you already lost. You're, not the trade, but the session. Like, because at that point, you're not reading price action. You're reading your P&L. And like, that's not what you trade based off of, right? You don't trade based off of your P&L. You trade based off price action. Once you start doing that, you need to refer. You're like, oh shit, you're looking at the amount you lost. No, you got to cut that out and base what you're going to do. Go back to your equation, which doesn't include the variable called P&L, right? It includes a bunch of other variables, but no P&L in there. Go back to that. Yeah. Been playing Arc Raider for it's still lost my perk, need a dub. 20. You're so right. I did not take the loss since October. Got so cocky yesterday. I lost the trade by just anticipating rather than waiting and lost 3.5 days of profits. That's fine. Not a big deal. It's a small bump in a long road. There's rumors about USA attacking Iran. That's why we have gap in volume. Yeah, but he also gave an amazing economy speech today where he outlined the strength of the dollar. And so it was hard to trade. It was so choppy because Trump was speaking. Technically, there's uncertainty in the markets, right? So we should come up because of war stuff, U.S. getting involved. But then there's also certainty in the markets in terms of a great economy, right? And jobs coming back and all that. So the gold should be dropping, right? So things, it's all about sentiment. $10 a.m. tomorrow, we will know about tariffs. Blue my can down 5K for the year. Okay. The year is not even 2 weeks old. We're 13 days in, or what do we tell it? What day is it today? It's the 13th. Oh, how sad that today isn't Friday. 4 lots too much for a 10K account? No, it's not too much, but you gotta know what you're doing. Give it if you're just starting an account, give it a couple of 1 lots, then slowly next week do a 2 lot. Like if you're winning all these trades, you'll kind of build up a little buffer by next week, and you can do 4 lots next week. Not a big deal in terms of lots. You'll be a week late in your life. Your new life will be a 1 week delayed. You'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna need some structure to print. We're just coming up here. See candles, no wick, massive drive, no top wick, massive drive. I'm not gonna bank on a top wick and come back down. Like, look, what we're seeing is no wicks. And my name is Wicks. God damn it, I can't have no wicks. I need wicks. More wicks. The wicks here. Feel me? More wicks, the wixier it is. To ask how to deal with my psychology, I keep relearning the same lesson of getting off after a loss and blowing up accounts. I'm getting better, but still get so tilted. Keep getting tilted. You scalp lower time frames when you're a newbie? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Sam's been listening to that for half a decade, right, Sam? At some point, you got to get sick and tired of your own shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why, but as humans, right? It's human nature that after a loss, right? Your brain, for some reason, it's not asking, yo, was this a good trade? Is this a good trade? It's asking, yo, how do I make the pain stop right now? Right? And that's not a trading problem. That's like a natural response to threats. So every loss, because you guys consider yourself winners, right? Every loss, like me too, man. I'm human. Every loss it's almost like a threat to your identity, right? It threatens who you are. So, and remember, not money, identity. So your brain hears, I'm behind, and I messed up again, and you know, you start thinking like, man, I should be way further ahead, and then you're like, damn, my day can't end like this, right? So you're trading to escape discomfort and not to follow an edge, right? And that's why the same lesson repeats over and over, because the lesson isn't technical, it's emotional avoidance, right? You're not dealing with your emotions, right? The real shift's gonna happen when you know, when this sentence becomes true for you, when you can say, I can feel uncomfortable and still do nothing. I can thrive in uncomfortability. Like I can do nothing and, you know, and be okay with it, right? I can feel uncomfortable. I can be like this in this state of mind and you know, and not do anything about it. That's the skill, right? Not the entries, not the setups, just your stillness under pressure, right? Most traders just never learn it, and that's why they fail. That's why most traders never last in this space, right? Like you don't really lose control after the loss. You lose control after you start believing that you must act now to fix how you feel, right? And from that moment on, that account's gone. I'm telling you, just like the account's gone. The numbers haven't caught up yet, but like that's you trading. That account's gone. I don't care who you are, right? And that's, you know, you want to know how you break the loop. You got to come to this conclusion in advance before shit goes down, right? Before the loss happens, right? You have to decide for yourself that, hey, after a loss, what's done? Which part is done for you? Remember I asked you earlier, what define done, right? You stop trading for after a loss for the rest of the session, right? There's going to be no one more. There's going to be no exceptions. There's going to be no redemption trades. You come to that conclusion before the trade, you're going to have to keep yourself accountable at some point, right? Like redemption, like you guys all fall in love with the redemption stories, right? That's why you feel naturally like, great, you want to, you know, redeem yourself, but it's an emotional fantasy, gang. It's not a market edge. It's nothing to do with the markets, right? And you gotta the only thought in your head that matters, that should matter at that moment, is I'm not here to feel good today, right? I'm here to still have an account tomorrow. We're fund managers, right? All right, we gotta manage the money. We gotta manage the funds. I mean, it's your own money, but you still have to manage it. So say that to yourself, write it down, right? I'm not here to feel good today. I'm here to still have an account tomorrow. When that sentence becomes true, that cycle of losing and revenge trading will end. Understand?
I have shown up for a long time, and I've heard that message, and it still rings true.
Thousands
It doesn't
of times.
matter. It, like, another thing that you tapped in on that I really like is, I don't know, a lot of people thought project of their own, what they are in the future and whatnot. You said time just hasn't caught up yet.
You are that person, man. You're just, the only difference is time.
That's it. Like, you just got to put yourself in that mindset. Are you a successful trader? Stop asking or saying you are. Be that person.
Yeah,
and
act it,
see
show
yourself.
up every day,
visualize
act it. You know, you don't eventually do the things that successful traders do, which losses are part of the game. Successful traders take losses, and the unsuccessful traders take losses. The only difference is the successful traders have no problem showing you their losses because they're confident in what they do, and unsuccessful traders will try to make it look like a highlight reel. Hello, people in
And
the
you
chat
get you
box.
get a cheat sheet. You get to see Wix and his mindset during these stuffs. Like, he's a successful trader.
You see
that's
everything, my
showing you
wins,
the
my
game
losses,
plan.
man. It's just, I go through rough patches, I go through crazy runs, but like there's no need, just be who you are, man. There's no need to hide anything. There's no, in today's world, I think authenticity, even if it doesn't make you look good, it comes across as more likable, right? And like you'll I promise you, people will fuck with you a lot more when you're authentic, and maybe not as great as you present yourself to be, you know, and not be authentic. Yeah. Right now, theme 2026 pancake invasion. Okay. It's hella people in the chat. It's not that there's hella people in the chat box. I think this stream, just the Asian session, is a lot more of a, you know, free for all. People want to talk. People are back from work. They're not under pressure in the morning. They're not groggy. They're just, we want some more of a wind down session, and we can have some intellectually honest discussions. Made you commit to the higher time frame then? The fact that that was like where the market was going, like regardless of what the smaller time frame said, right? The higher time frame was always going to be stronger. It's always going to supersede the smaller time frames. It tells you which, you know, that price was held or driven or was bullish or bearish for a certain amount of time. And when something is bullish for 4 hours over, you know, and something is bullish for 15 minutes, man, that bias, one bias doesn't switch for the next 4 hours and you can act on it. The other bias doesn't, you know, can switch in 10, 15 minutes and everything's different. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. What happened? Okay, hold on.
Don't forget to drop a like and sub, y'all. Countless gems every stream.
Yeah, sorry, gang. You know, the kids can't live without complaining about each other. So yeah, I had to deal with the kids for a second. Feel like social media is making lose all. How long you been trading? You are emotional. You're human. I'm emotional. How long you been trading? This is my 8th year. Price lies more. You can just rely more on the higher time frame, but the thing is, it's not. You can't rely on the higher time frame. You have to. They have to work together like a well-oiled Diddy party, right? Like a well-oiled Diddy party. It's got to work together. Like a well-oiled machine, gang. It's got to all come together. The smaller time frame into the higher time frame into the smaller time frame. They all have to tell you. They all have to have the same narrative. You know, they have to give you that same story. What year, which year things started clicking? Every year is a new click. I'll tell you that much. You know how you think there's a holy grail? There isn't. If you think there's one aha moment where you're like, holy shit. No, we've been over this a few years ago. Trading or becoming a successful trader is a whole line of aha moments. It's a never-ending stream of aha moments over time where you're just like, you're putting pieces of the puzzle together and see how they work with each other. Sometimes they fit, sometimes they don't. But when they fit and you're able to execute on it, you're like, ah. And it's a combination of these aha moments that eventually lead you to profitability. What do you think about ICT? I have no opinion as I don't know him. Been here on our stream. He's shown up before. Shouted out, and that was it. And, you know, shout out to ICT, but I have no idea who he is and how he trades. All I know is he's got a cult following. That's all I know. So I know of him because I have no choice. I'm in the industry. I know who the fuck ICT is. I don't know if he's like an asshole or if he's an amazing dude or, you know, if he's like, or if he's legitimately valuable or if it's just like, you know, if it's brain dead cult. You know, like I don't know what it is. So until I know him, I can't really. On Trade Silver, make like 2,000% last month. I'm rich. I got a goldfish, bro. Not gonna lie, since joining the club has helped me a lot in my trading, how to see things different. Do you personally know someone profitable with ICT? No, I do not. Not to say that there isn't, I just do not. So 15's closed here, 30's closed here, the first 30 of our session. The market's just coming up here with no pullback. Let's get rid of all these lines. Let's remove all this bullshit. What are you doing on my chart? Hey. You usually wait for market to establish range before you trade. For instance, market open. Do you wait now for range to form? No, that's not a necessity. But in this case, we just don't have any existing ranges that we can base our analysis on that would fall in line with our analysis. And I would imagine with the daily closing bearish, we would come down at least for that bottom wick. But then again, we are at all-time highs, so I don't know how significant this level. I know it's a daily level, obviously. So on the daily's close bearish, but I don't know how strong that level is at new all-time highs, because at this point, all this is the supply zone, right? At this point, all this is a supply zone. So I don't know if it's going to hold as a resistance. Supply zone, we just seen this tap. Yeah, we saw a reaction here. When the market pulls back down and retests this area and holds it again, I can validate this as resistance and consider this an important level, right? So right now, I would expect it to come down and make that support right off the daily. But if you look at the previous 4 hour, it held the 4 hour level here, the 4 hour support, right? It had a chance to break down. It failed. It closed back up above, and the current 4 hour broke that high. So at this point, I don't really need that bottom wick. I just need to zoom in and make sure we get some clean ranges on the smaller time frame, because we understand the higher time frame's coming up. The 4 hour is coming up. The 1 hour is closed bullish, coming up to that 4 hour resistance, tapped it. 30's bullish. We want to see some buys. We'd prefer to see those buys after we tap 46.27, come down, create a support, re-break that high, and then we can look for some clean buys. Anyone understand? Everyone understand? Okay. Nobody understand? Here's what I want to see. I want to see price come up here. Break it, not break it. I don't care. Honestly, I just want to see it come up to this level and see a reaction and pull back. Why do I want that? Because why do I want that when I'm looking for buys? Because I want to drive off a support. So we can come back to that level right here, right? There's a level we're driving off of, right? If we can see this, right, bottom wick into here and a drive up like this and an actual closure above, now we are breaking resistance, right? We've tapped this resistance. We saw a reaction, which should have brought us down in range because we saw a reaction right at resistance. It should have brought us back down. It doesn't. We tapped this support, drive up, break the high. So now we're breaking the most recent resistance. We're closing above, and the drive up here is off a support level. We don't need to come back to it because we've already tapped it. Any kind of breaks at the highs here should bring us up, right? And you know what? Hold on. Last time we came up here, let's look at this. This is actually very good. Look. We want to see this. We want to see, it doesn't have to look exactly like this. The idea has to be the same, right? We want to see it off resistance. We want to create this range. Now this level is established. Look at this way. Comes down, taps it, boom. Support confirmed. Tap, slingshot, In this case, you close above with no top wick. I would not take that trade, but you get that closure with a top wick, right? Like this, right? You get that closure with a top wick. This buy right here on the next candle is completely valid, right there above the highs, current candle stop, and you take that up. Same idea here. It's the same concept of the range, the resistance, bearish closure at resistance, come down to support, bounce off support, close above the range. This was just an example that already printed. This is like just an easy drawing type of an example, but you understand. So it could happen many different ways, but that's the idea. How come we have different live prices? Because I'm on a gold futures contract and you, my friend, are on gold spot. So spot gold. Sorry, gold spot. You're on spot gold. I'm on a futures contract. Hold on. I got to get Puffy. Or break Puffy into the picture. Puffy to go. It's pouring rain outside. I can't be concerning myself with no umbrella. Umbrella. Puffy, he's right here. Let's puff the magic dragon. It was a birthday present. Puffy was a birthday present to me. It's funny, Puffy and this grinder were from the same person on 2 different years, I think. What's the grinder's name? Clips.
What's up, bro? How are you?
Survived the day. How are you?
Doing well.
Ah, some. You work today? Work every day.
Nah, not today.
Wait, how's your company doing, bro? You guys doing good and everything? How's the business?
Yeah, we're doing good. I just got a new truck last week, and it came with a big ass dent on the side, so I had to turn it back in. They gotta fix that.
Oh. Who sold it to you? The Mexicans that are fixing it?
Now I got it at the Ford dealership, brand new.
Wait, how you get a brand new truck with a dent?
Yeah, they
Is
did.
that
We
an
were
upgrade?
so our old truck was at the lot, and we were taking all of our equipment out of it and all of our stuff out of it, and they delivered it to us on the lot. So I'm guessing them driving through their junkyard, they must have hit something. So the dude just grabbed the car and dropped it off with the keys and everything, and I guess he must have like tried to squeeze
He knew
through
he
a
hit
tight
something,
spot.
just didn't want to tell you.
Yeah, I think he tried to squeeze through like a tight spot or something, and they dented the side.
The reason I decided not to get a Bugatti.
But that's one of the only gas ones, bro, and all the other ones are electric. So we just said, just fucking fix it, bro. Who cares? It's a little dent on like the
Yeah,
plastic on the
it's
side.
honestly, you're gonna fuck it up anyway working.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a work truck.
That
I can't
area
take
is
the
gonna
same
get that same
trades.
dent
Oh,
in a
sorry,
week.
go ahead. What was that?
That area is gonna get that same dent in a week.
Thought we asked you to fix it. Gonna get it in a week. We're leaving the lot again. Yeah, we can take the same trades. I mean, like, you can take my trades, but you have to go based on your chart, right? So if you see me have a buy stop, you probably have a buy stop at the same level based on your chart. Yeah. So spot gold should look very similar to this right now. The only difference is price, right? But right here, let's look at spot gold here. Connect. Where are we at? Yeah, you should, bro. Why can't I move the chart up and down? What's going? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. So yeah, your prices look the same, right? You're like, let's say I had a buy stop at 46.21 on spot. I just go to, or on futures, it would be for me like 46.29, right? But the levels themselves, like it looks very similar, just different numbers. So wherever I have it on my chart based on the candles, that's how you got to adjust it. But that's only in times of volume. Out of volume times, I wouldn't trade them the same. Little lobster before the session. Damn, that looked good. That looked really good. Yeah. Hey, by the way, while we're chopping it up here in this chop, you guys please drop a like and sub to the channel. Yo, this would be amazing if we can do this tonight. If we can get to 29.5K. 29.5K will outdo the New York session tonight. Or this morning's New York session. We need, honestly, like 68 more. 68 subs. Last night we got more than that. Like, so I think we could outdo it. Like last Friday's stream, I'm sorry, the very last station we had of last week was on Thursday. It was over 150 subs just from stream, you know? So I think we could outdo New York. These guys always show up when we in a trade. I know, I should just do this right now. Watch. Yo, hold on. How many viewers we got right now? 320? Tell me how long it takes us to get to 350 right now. Yo, why can't I take? What? Okay, hold on. What did it say over here on the corner? Account is paused. Why is it paused? The fuck? All right, let's go back and look.
Do you have to re-sign?
Maybe I got to re-sign a contract or something. Maybe they changed it to a regular live account. I'm honestly, I don't know. It's the first time I see that. I saw it earlier today when there was Trump news and it said account paused. So I figured they paused it for Trump. Hold on. I gotta figure this out. Damn, now I was trying to test how many people are paying attention. Let's see. Let's log in. No, it's active. Nothing to sign. It doesn't show paused on my thing. It says go to metrics. Active. Contracts. You know why it might be paused? I think they're switching me over, my accounts over from from Project X to TradeAvate to Ninja Trade. I think that's a possibility. So everyone, all of you, whoever's on Project X here and Top 1 Futures, before February hits, within the next 20 days, you guys will all be switched over to switched away from Project X, right? Because no more Project X. Can anybody, is that happening to anybody else? Can you guys, whoever's on Top 1, can anybody verify that that's happening to them? My account size 20 grand. Should I increase my lot size from 0.4 to 0.8? I only trade with you. Yes, definitely increase that lot size. Absolutely. At 20 grand, yes. You should be at least 2 lots per trade. I mean, you should be at 0.01 if you're asking me that. But if you're a profitable trader, if you're winning a trade, you should be at 2 lots, 3 lots. But since you're asking me that, I would stay at go under 1 lot. 0.8 is fine. 0.8 is completely fine. Not too expensive to learn lessons. I miss Project X. Probably another Project X issue. I was seeing this issue in the Top Step Discord a day or two ago. They would pause if just requested a payout. Yeah, but I just received my payout and it should be working. I don't know. I already received the payout. It should be working. It should be working. Last time it was working already before the payout even got to my bank. It was already working. They might be putting you in a non-pre account. Is that something you've seen before? I don't know what comes after the pre-live. It sounds like there's a live and then there's like, what's the difference between the pre-live and a regular live then?
No, first it's pre-live, then it's pre-pre-live, then it's pre-pre-pre-live.
And when are we getting post-live? Wait, they did that to you? So what did you do to get from the pre-live to the live? I don't know the ladder here, you know what I mean? I'm an affiliate and I don't know the ladder. Well, after the pre-live is a live. What's after the live? Dead? Dead account. the TOF pre-dead account.
Your post account. Post account clarity.
I think I took 2 payouts, account shut down. They shut you down. What? Oh, wait, sorry, different person. Back to funded if you blow it, but only 1 allowed. Sell plan from level mark. I'm not looking to sell unless I get a confirmation of resistance. There's no, the time frames are not lining up here for a limit order, right? I can't have a pancake here based on anything. Damn, I don't know if we would have gotten in there. Doesn't look bad, but even now, like, what did that give you? 20, 30? I don't know. It's not a level I like. You don't need to bitch at anyone. I'm very cool with them. Like I know the owners. They're chill. Plus, they're from the same state as me, right? So they're just on the other side. Possibly a strong low back into EQ, then move up. Strong low back into EQ. I'm not sure what you mean by EQ. Are you looking for a long and short position? I'm open to both. I'm looking to see where the market takes us from this level, from 27. There's 10 minutes left on the hourly closure. I haven't really seen anything amazing. The seller replay wasn't that great. There's a level right here, right? You closed below that level, so you technically had a bottom wick, a top wick, and refill this whole candle. Right now, you're getting a tap of that steeper level while closing back below the range. Probably want multiple time frames to close below here. Let's look at it. Give me a second, let me think. We're gonna see what we're mirroring here. And this last drive up here, right? After tapping these levels here, came back down to drive off of here. We look for a pancake level there off the next candle, keeping this stop here. Not a bad stop, about a 50 pip stop. What you're really looking for is for price to do this. Oh, sorry, wrong color. Wrong color! Yeah, what you're really looking for is for price to do this. And you just want to be part of this wick, this bounce. I don't give a shit if the candle eventually comes up or down. I mean, I do. I'd want to run it, right? But my bounce right here, sorry, will be up into this area. Let me see where the candles overlap here. Great area. We can fill this whole candle. So we're probably looking for that bounce, and that'll 50 pip advantage point. If that happens, that would be a long position. What I just described, that's a long position. Oh my God, I'm so fucking tired. Actually, never mind. I'm not that tired. Crash that. Delete that. Delete. Strike that from the record. Damn, so we're just paused here? Yeah, we paused right there. Well, gonna be on the live account, and if anything, we'll just... The all-time highs? Well, that means gold's gonna catch up soon. Yeah, welcome to all new viewers. Great point, Daniel. Thank you. Please drop a like, sub to the channel, and please share the stream. Please. 5 minutes here, but a 1 hour close. doesn't take much, but it's a lot of help. A lot of help. And really, I show up here not expecting much in return. But I know you guys are going to help out. You guys are supportive. For most of you guys who've been showing up for a long time, so I appreciate the support. Please drop a like, share the stream, and sub to the channel. Blew my account because I traded micros instead of minis. You mean you traded minis instead of micros? "15-minute onion below the 4-hour target." I would, depending on what that onion looks like, right? Because you're getting a massive push here off the previous 4-hour off market. Look at this, no bottom wick, no top wick at the moment, right? We're at this area. We've just driven up over 330 pips. You probably want to tap the resistance above it and close on a 15 and have that 15 be also a 30, which means it would be a 30 onion, 15 fake out, and I would be happy with it, right? If we can have this kind of push up, I don't know why I just did that, but this kind of push up just to close like this back in range, right? Which means the 15 here pushed up, right? And the 30 faked out, right? This is technically, this is technically what the 15 looks like right here. This is what the 30 would look like after these two 15s print. That's the case, and we're able to, you see these wicks? That's where I want to head to. I want price to do the same thing as it did here. If we can see something like that and get this closure back in it would be abso-fucking-lutely amazing, because then our job just becomes much easier. We have a smaller stop current candle. All we got to do is break these lows here, and as we start coming down, breaking that low, that's what we're looking for. You're not looking for much more than this. Like I said, the candle that comes down there, over here, right? Probably going to see that reaction at this level. Boom, boom. I would look to secure at 17 to completely. And that would make sense because from here, like, look, we've dropped into these areas, the market comes back up. And also, right, it would make sense here because look, we've pushed up here to this area as well. And then from that area, the market just took there, right? What is with these small squares right there, that wick? But until we establish some kind of resistance, I have no idea since market open, we have pushed heavily. I don't know what it is that's driving it, but what it's doing. So a sell here is like catching a falling knife. You guys heard that before, because are we topped out? Let's have a confirmation of that at this point. You got to understand also, you see this bearish candle, it didn't close back in range. It did close bearish, but it didn't close back in range. And it already tapped the highs of the previous range, right? And created a low there. So it's bouncing off this previous resistance, looking to establish a support. Well, we'll know if this was a true support, but what you do know is you're driving off a previous supply level that you've turned into a demand zone. And when you come back down here and hold it, you can say, all right, that's a support, but it's a demand zone now. And you've bounced off of here, right? If you already tapped the demand zone, you're driving up. You don't really need this bottom wick based on the way the price moved here. Boom, support, break resistance, right? Create resistance above the range, come back to support, drive off support to break that resistance. This is a concept we were just talking about on the smaller time frame. It does breaking these highs, man. Like, it's, you know, you're gonna be really hurt. All right, we got that closure there. Oh, nobody said nothing. No top. Wait, this happened 10 seconds ago. Yeah. Let's see See if it can push up, tap a resistance level, and then push down. That would be interesting. That'd be something, yeah. I want to break the highs right now. We do want to break the highs. I want multiple time frames lining up. That's all it is. Buffy ain't about that life. Got into futures 2 weeks ago. Welcome, glad to have. When I moved to futures, I also thought minis were cheaper than micros. I think me too. Salute. Depends on how the onion look like. Got it. Yeah, it depends on what way, shape, or form it shows up. And will it be that next 15 here, or do we close well above here, come back down here, and then come back here and create an onion? Like, it really depends. I will say this, we did come into this area and we did create a range here. But we did not come down to drive off a support here, off a higher time frame support, which makes me question whatever bullish drive is happening here. Four hours still out. The jury on the 4 hours still out. Red onion or yellow? Wheat onion. We want a green onion. We don't want a red onion or a yellow onion. Right? We want a green or a blue onion. Blue, right? You're in the green or you're in the blue. I don't get it. Which one makes sense, right? Because on MT5 you used to be in the blue. Over here you're in the green. Shout out to the top fans for the day. S1 Curiello, Vincent Culp, and Bougie. Bougie in the building. I like green. So what do we say? Like, oh, when we're in the blue, right? Or when we're in the green, right? Profits are when you're in the green. Galaxy Z Fold. Look at that box, bro. That's a damn tablet. That's a fucking laptop. And the green.
It's because I'm weird, isn't it?
It's because you're green. You seen the videos of people doing an onion boil? Looks pretty fire. I have not seen videos of people boiling onions. Sounds like a room full people crying. Almost like a liberal campus. There's got to be at the like NYU kitchen. Maybe that's why they're all walking around crying. Sorry, my fellow libs. Throw that in there. Love you guys. You guys, I told you the story before. My middle child, the 8-year-old, when she was born, like she would see us eating apples, so she would always want one. And one time she grabbed an onion and ate, and for a couple of years, she would just be eating onions. She was cool. She loved it. Can I have an onion? She would just grab a whole onion and just eat it like an apple. For years, she would just eat onions like that. Well, you're 3. I mean, you're 4 now. You're 5. You're still doing it? She's 8 now. She stopped. No, it was yellow onion. Regular yellow onion. That's what she would just eat. Sweet onions, white onions, red onions, yellow onions. She would eat the yellow ones. There's the green onion, which is, what is it, chives? What is it called? I like pickled garlic or pickled onions. What I don't understand is pickled eggs. You guys seen this shit at the grocery store? The pickled eggs? Why? Why is that a grocery store snack? Like, why is the local bodega selling my Sour Patch right next to the pickled egg?
That's definitely weird, bro. I look at that and I'm like, how can anybody's taste
I've
buds...
never seen a single person. How can anyone even like attempt to be like, you know what? I might be a fan. Give me that. I'm gonna try it. Like, what's the thought process behind that?
Because if you eat that, you probably eat poop too, because that's what it probably tastes
You
like.
gonna die.
Like pickled, bro. That egg probably smells like garbage, dude. If you open that, you better eat that outside and then brush your teeth and take a shower before coming back inside.
Yeah, you can't even fart after that. You can't keep that in. Fucking birds start dropping out the sky. What age will you teach your daughters to trade? If they ever show a desire for it, I will. Not about age. They have to come to it on their own. Egg and soy sauce fire. Okay, pickle. There you go. That's some hood snacks. You're missing out. We got a fan. We got a pickled egg fan. Everybody point and laugh at the pickled egg fan. I'm kidding.
I think when your kids choose to do what you do, it makes things a lot easier and it's just cool. I chose to do the same thing as my dad and my uncle. We hang out every day.
Can you explain why it's not a good idea to take a sell now? Well, it would have been a good idea. Look at this. It came out. It came down.
I took a sell. I cut 30 pips or 20 pips.
Oh, and the drop. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's decent. Why did I not take it? Because it's only the 15. You had the 4-hour close here, right? Making a bottom wick. I'd want to wait for a bearish candle to form here.
For me, it was definitely risky. I had very small stops there. I was like, if this re-breaks the high again.
This is the re-break of this 4-hour. It's just... Not happy. I'm not happy with it. I just want to find a resistance. You know what I mean? And then I want to drive up off support, honestly.
Yeah, that was my whole idea. Not that we haven't found support yet, and we just keep hitting these resistances. I was taking wick entries for sales.
Get burned on it, Elon?
No,
Amazing. Amazing.
I saw like 20, 30 pips drawdown on each one. But yeah, my stops were like 50 pips.
Yeah.
On this one, it was smaller. Once it made that high, I moved my stops down on the rebreak of the hourly high, but it didn't rebreak, it just dumped.
Like a fart flavored sauerkraut. Yeah, so yeah, big reason why I don't like that sell, because it's even if the 15 closes here, right? Let's say we want that closure. The 30's still out here. The jury's still out on the 30 here. But I've explained it a bunch of times here. There's just no levels lining up for me here. Yeah, I see the 1 hour, right? But the 4 hours, like I said, it's at a different level. The 1 hour is at a different level here. The 30 is at a different level. 30's here, actually. That's 30. All right, so the 30 and the 15 are here. I guess you could say multiple is in the market, but then I would have probably been off this level. Yeah, I would have probably, if we were talking about multiple instances in the market, I would have probably been right there. That would have been my trade. But there's no higher time frames aligning with the smaller time frames over here, so I just didn't want to do that.
Dude, Asian session is crazy. 300, almost 400 people.
Not crazy. It's good. I mean, people enjoy the stream. They like the value, and they show up. And I appreciate it. Do you think that FVG would MDGT on 15M? No, but I would like to watch some.
I said that word wrong. MDGT.
Rated X on some LGBT HD TV. Right? Maybe I could even turn on PMSNBC to CBS News
And then spark up some THC.
while smoking a THC.
I'm bullish on that.
Thank you for the nice night. Greetings from Berlin. Ah!
Mitigate the wah. What is that, bro?
How do you say welcome in German? Welcome? Is that how you say it? I'm gonna sell it at 38 W. 38. Funny. Can you explain when to use limit orders? Multiple instances, multiple time frames. Is the simplest way I can explain it. You want levels to line up on multiple time frames, 1 hour, 4 hour, ideally a 4 hour level and a 30 and a 15 or 1 hour, right? Any one of those with the daily bias, incredible. And then if you look at the market and it happened multiple times already in the market at the same spot, you have precedent in that case. Also incredible. Yo, why are we missing price? Oh, it's only a 5. I mean, there's only so many times you can bang on the same door before it breaks, right? So many times we can keep smashing a level until it breaks. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th attempt to just smash it and fail. I mean, another push through this area should probably drive it. This is crazy. But that 15 just closed bearish. Thank you for welcome in. That's what I said. Welcome in. Yeah. Almost had it. Scheiße! Almost got that. Unplugged your PCZ? Well, don't go out and get a DUI from the FLPD. Wonderbar. I run a new Ethernet cable and I tripped on it. Was it on screen? Yeah. Oh, you did unplug your PC. Good night, gang. See you all next session, 3:15 a.m. here in Germany. How do you say goodbye in German? Is it also welcoming? Are you guys like Hawaiians? Because those guys spend a lot of time in the sun. They're not sure if they're just showed up or if they're about to leave or what are they doing. They're just aloha. So you aloha? No. I'm in aloha and I'm here, not aloha and I'm out. Like, don't you understand? One's aloha, the other one's aloha. Oh, Auf Wiedersehen. That's right. I saw that in the movie Inglourious Bastards. Auf Wiedersehen. It's a good movie. You know, Wonderbar is a brand of like the bar soda dispenser gun thing. No, never heard of it. Gum thing, maybe not a gun. Clubhouse meetup in Hawaii. On a beach in Hawaii. I wish you were here with me. Good song. Yeah, we could do better than Hawaii. South Beach. What are you looking for to take a trade? Probably a closure above this range. I'd like to see if we can. I mean, right now we're driving off support. So you give me this 30. Breaking us out. Give me a bottom wick and you get me this. I'll be happy. Probably won't be the first break of that candle. That first break, right here, right, I'll expect it to come back down and then create that bottom wick and then the rebreak of that is the trade, because right now you get this is a gladiator candle bringing you into the next range, but it's also a leg candle, right, which you'd expect possibly to come back down in range on the next candle, because this is a range, and if you start heading back down there, you're going to fill that wick. So you want that top wick to be created. You'd also prefer the bottom wick to come down here, test this range, right? This entire range below 27 down to 17, anywhere in here, retest it, and then after that, you want it to start heading back up from this area, right? Which means it'll now flip the candle bullish here. And that's what you want to see, the break of the highs or a re-break of its own high wherever it's created. $100K count. 1 to 5 lots, depending on your stops and how confident in your trade. I'd probably stick to 1 to 3 lots, 1 to 4 lots. I wouldn't even do 1. I would do 2 because I always want to leave a runner. So do 2 to 4. That would be perfect. Yeah, this is a very indecisive candle, right? It's grabbed all these orders, pulled up, but still closed below resistance. Got a celery plant above this. I'm not a fan of what's happening here, like in terms of positions. Calorie pray. You say? No positions here. Oh wow, that smells good. I went. What the fuck are they cooking in there? There's some shit going on in the kitchen right now. My house smells like a 5-star restaurant right now. So we're at a resistance of sorts here. Break at a highs here doesn't do anything for us. We closed below the range. We got to close above the range. But you remember the 30 I just showed you, right? Remember the 30 I just showed you that we need? Right here. Which means the 15 celery play needs to happen and we need to not enter because it's below the range. He uses minis. I have 150K and max I use is 10 micros. So that's one lot. On 150K here, that took me to the pre-live. I was trading between two. I had my biggest position at 10 lots, but I was trading 2, 3, 4 like standard. That was normal. Again, we're almost at 29.5K subs, I believe. See this. Did we re-break this high? No, we did not. Yeah, we're about 40 subs away. All right. Can we re-break? Re-break? We gotta wait. Be principled, right? Be principled. Stick to your guns. Stick to your principles. This will help you in life. You're not gonna take a trade. Well, get one of those belts. Remember, I told you guys back in the day. You know the belts that shake your abs and give you the 6-pack abs. You know you can sit on a fucking lazy boy and just eat a tub of ice cream, and it shakes the shit out of your stomach so you can get 6-pack abs, right? You get that. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. You strap that shit on to the top of your head. You plug it in. You look at the high settings. You don't even fucking pyramid your way up, right? You don't even scale up. The high setting and just shake the shit out of your head and say, I will not take stupid trades for no fucking reason. Right? And trust me, it'll work. Just, I will not trade until the candle closes above and take it off. And every time you break it, you break your rule, put that shit back on. Everyone who got questions on which lot size you guys should use, this is the basic in trading gang. You know to understand your risk before entering the market. Which leads us to our next point, chat. If you're asking that question, you are in no position to raise your lots 0.01 and keep learning. You're still learning. You're still taking on lessons. And if that's the case, pay less for lessons. Oh, yes, the Turpy English. He fucking lives in the French part of Canada. His keyboard's in French. Ah. The French. We love the French. With their kisses and their toast and their maple syrup. Oh. And we give weed to baby because we are French. Smoke, baby. Learn to like the THC, baby. Greetings from Pakistan. Hey! I'm not gonna start. At least it's not Indian. Gotta go through the learning phase before the earning phase. Yeah, you gotta crawl before you ball, baby. All right, I mean, we're getting that 30. We got 2.5 minutes here. Oh, man. Hey, was this the level you were talking about earlier? It was, right? Reggie, this is the level here. If we can tap that level and come back in range and just have the best of both worlds for the 4 hour.
That's the level. That's the level, yep.
Man, we could get this fucking thing closes with no top wick. I mean, what, you know, we just don't have a fucking stop here because we have to base it on this level. And if that's the case, 92 pips, that's not, even the 4 hours, like, it's just not lining up, man. I wish this was the 4 hour and the 1 hour. And I think in this case, I would rather tap this area, miss the limit here, but get the closure back down in range. So yeah, if we can play out very similar to what's happened here, right? Get that, instead of getting that order right here, I'd rather get this closure down here. And then we can look for some cells of this or fills of this wick. Because it did fill. And then, damn, look at this celery play down here. What a magnificent position on that celery play. What's wrong with it? Look, my friend. I love the Indians. There's nothing wrong with the Indians. It's just, oh, at least he's no Indian. At least he didn't say Indian. That's what I meant. Because usually people come in here, it's a running joke, and they're always like, "Hi, sir, I'm from India. We love you in India." Well, like, why are you telling me you're from India? Like, "Hi, sir, I'm from India. Can you please do the breakdown? Thank you very much." So, like, it's just in my head when somebody says they're Indian, like I said earlier, like I read the comment in that accent. Like that's what it, like the voice inside my head reads it in that accent. So that's, you know, and so it's like a running thing where everybody shows up here and they're like, "Hey, I'm Indian. Can you please answer my question?" In my head, I'm just reading that in the Indian accent. Yeah, Pakistani, to me, it's a very similar accent. So it's still that same voice inside my head. Yeah, when I see a Russian name, I read that shit with like if I see Vladimir, Vladimir, I read this shit in Russian, you know what I mean? I read it in the accent that I would expect the person to have. But it's all love, you know. Fuck with you guys. Love it. So the 30 just closed. Pushing back down in range. Never tapped that hourly level. What's the space? This is 20 pips. That's all it is? Wait, let's bring this back a bit. Yeah, if this starts breaking highs here, I'm not going to enter just yet. No. I would wait for this high to break. Come back down here. Then push up. Or maybe we could do the re-break high here. Yeah, I think it would have to be this high. If we don't break this high, it would have to be that high. Oh, wait, I can't do it on there. We can do it in the signal channel, chat. Yeah, we're in the signal channel. We got a buy stop that's activated right now, right above the high. Signal channel, go BE, let this push, or we could get hit at BE. I'm looking for I don't want the leg candle to play out. We went 9 pips. I went break even here. House money at this point. Let's see if we can push. 7 pips, 8 pips. Re-break the high, god damn it. Woo, let's go. Come on. Yeah, right. Back in range. Yeah, so what you got to understand is this is a leg candle, right? This can re-break that low and start filling this wick. So I just went break even, and damn, these pullbacks on the break even, I've been getting eaten up at like -2 pips, -3 pips. That was -1 pip. Yeah, we bought it here on the break of the highs. I saw about 10 pips, but I'm not letting this come back down. If anything, I'll wait for this candle to close, and I'll tell you why. This like candle has just burned us in terms of pumping up, and then the level right above it, bringing it down. And we tapped these wicks right here. These heavy, you see, at some point, these were heavy bullish pushes. And once it gets tapped into them, it just starts plummeting back down. And I've gotten burned a few times in the last month because price action hasn't price action the way it usually does, right? Look at this. We usually get that bullish closure. We don't see this pullback. You see this heavy push. So it pushed 12 pips till I opened my terminal. No, yeah, I saw 9, 10 for a split second, and then I went break even at like 9 pips because I understand that this like candle can just as easily come back down. Now if we re-break the low, I would love to take the re-break of that high, but that's the off chance. What we don't want this, that's why I want break even so early. We don't want this candle pulling back. We want that break and just drop, heavy drive. So BE on that position. We gave it a chance. We got a closure above, got our gladiator candle, created a high, it broke the low. I think we might have been okay with the re-break of the candle, right? Which would have given us 18, but I promise you I would not have secured anything. We would have hit BE the same way there. I would have waited till these levels up here, this 1 hour level. That's what I was really looking for a reaction. That's the level that Reggie pointed out. And I mean, it's a decent level. It's right there on the hourly, right? Close there. So
when you took a buy, I took a sell. I closed for 20.
Nice job.
Because
because
of the late candle. Yeah, off the wick,
like
exactly. Because of the late candle. Yeah.
No, it makes sense. Like I said, the only thing, the difference here, I like this sell off the top wick, but like I said, the stop here is just enormous for me. So I don't know. I don't like that stop. So I don't blame it. It's a good sell position. We talk about this all the time. Like we really do. What is your relationship with Dom? Like, I don't know. He buys me flowers ever since we met in Rikers Island. We shared a cell together. But I don't know what you want me to tell you. The relationship, we're friends. That's my boy. My boy. That's the homie. You closed it already? The stream's delayed from actual charts? No. Oh, yeah. So you're getting YouTube. If you're on the YouTube side, you're getting if you're on the YouTube side, you're getting a 3-second delay right now. So if you want no delay, you got to hop on the Zoom side. The only way to do that is through the Signals community. How much for the colon? How much? How much for the closure here? How much do I owe you for this closure? You're looking for longs or shorts? It's really going to depend on this closure, right? You have 23 minutes till the 4-hour closes. I got to see what it respects, what it doesn't respect, but I'm expecting the fact that this is going to close back in range, and the next 4 hours most likely going to need a bottom wick, and we're going to get a hold of resistance here, right? Or a fake out on this current candle, right? If this 30 fakes out and closes below the range, I'll expect the next 4-hour candle, again, next hourly, to open up with that bottom wick. So I will look for some sells to come down here. If we're able to close strong bullish, we just spoke about this. The 4-hour is a strong bullish candle. If we're close above the range, I'll wait for that 4-hour to create that bottom wick, understanding that what it's doing is creating a bottom wick for the continued drive up. And once I see it bottoming out at a support, I'll look to take buys to continue with the 4-hour push. But right now, look at this candle that we're getting here above the most recent level. Nice candle, but man, any break of the highs here takes you right into this resistance across the board. So I probably want some closures above there. Yeah, I think that would be it. That would be key. I think I would like a closure above here. So right here, this was where our initial entry was. Biggest idea to work out. Hold on a second. My kids are at each other's throats. Hey, take it. Give me 1 second, chat. Sorry, gang. Didn't realize I was muted. Probably be dumping hard by the morning. We'll see. Let's not predict. I hope so. I'm not trading until it sells for the low side. Here I see it on fire. What a beautiful session. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. My trading's been really choppy since in January. And trading has been just choppy. I haven't really gone on a run or anything. And I mean, the volume will even out, but my trading has been choppy. It's there's just that doesn't deplete my knowledge and my knowledge base and what we've done here, right? We have an incredible track record, right? And like, you know, speaks for itself. But to be, you know, for full transparency, my January's been very choppy. Love your setup. What days you normally live? Every day, every single day. New York session, Asian session. 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Simplest way to remember it. 8 a.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern. If today we went live at 9 a.m. Eastern, yes, you know, so we go at 8. Most of the time I go live at 8:30. If I see positions setting up really early, then I'll go live and tell my kids, hey, we're skipping school today and trading. There's different cycles of the market. Don't worry, we'll get on W's all year long. I mean, we bump into, you know, choppy months. Last year it was April, May choppiness. Yeah. Hey, January.
Yeah, April, May, I remember. Yep.
April, May was just like, man, I'll get a few dubs, get a few losses, get a few dubs, but like it was just adjusting to the cycles, yeah. I have buy from 610 when I close. Okay. Amazing. Good job. Last 15 of the 4 hour. Can we see this pull back on the 4 hour?
The 15 may close like no.
Yeah, the 15 is going to close. We're hopping to the last 15 of this 4 hour. We didn't close above here, but we are closing above the most recent, but we didn't close above this level, above 46.30, 46.31. So, of course, we would love to see the next 15 close back in range here. Yes. Like I said, the next 4 hours is going to need bottom wick. It'd be great if it can do it in the beginning of the candle after we fake out here with the bearish momentum, because then we could look for the break of the lows to continue the 4 hour bottom wick before the drive up. Right? Because this would fake out, and then our position would be this sell to create this next 4 hour bottom wick, right? That sell gives the 4 hour a top wick. Right, gives the 4 hour top wick, brings us down, gives it a bottom wick, and then it starts flipping back bullish, and you now have that bottom wick on the 4 hour looking to do this. So we want to be in a trade of this bottom wick. Like, we want to be part of that bottom wick during our trade. Will it do that? We got 15 minutes to find out. Candle filled the whole wick, so no entry this, yeah. Because what are you going to do? A re-break of the lows at support? Like, you have a support right here. And yeah, it's just... Yeah, regardless of what happens, you guys have about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm going to be here. We don't get a position probably for at least another hour. So probably the first hour of the 4-hour close. I'm looking to run this maybe till 11. Unless we get a position earlier than that, then I'd like to follow the session after that.
I was gonna say what's the break of the high, but it's too late. I'd already broke it. I was looking
It
at that.
rebroke its own high.
It just broke it now, but now it
Yeah.
already filled everything.
The point is, like, you're re-breaking the high here. Your whole range here is 13 pips, honestly. What I'm not looking, this range for me right now is red completely. Right? I want to bounce out of this range, either above or below, but I don't want to be in here. Just do not. Did you learn from Nick Stewart? Did he learn from you? I wouldn't say either. He's a product of our streams. But I don't like, he just whatever he's learned, he's used to show up to our streams, used to show up to Don Vo's streams when I was when I was running the streams with Don. Like, you're going back a while back. So Nick's the homie. But he's literally what you want out of the viewers. You want people to pick up what you're doing and learn and sponge off of you, like whatever lessons they learned, and take it and run with it, make it their own. Nick really made this his own. So it's like that's what all of you should be doing, really trying to lock in and make this your own. But yeah, he used to he showed up to he used to show up to our streams 4 years ago. Yeah, he's a product of price action, right? He's learned from everyone that's streamed price action. He wasn't my student or anything, though. Just showed up to the streams back in the day. And got good. Took it and ran with it. I used to tell you this, your job to take it and run with it, and trading works in such a funny way that you'll hit those aha moments in different times. So you'll be ahead of somebody, and then they'll have some realizations and they'll get ahead of you, and then you'll have your realizations, you'll get ahead of them, but you're not really comparing. You're just all going towards the same direction, because you might hit those aha moments in different sequences, right? In different order. Yes, what do you say about her? Yeah, the job is their grind is not against any other trader. Real hustle is against poverty. The opportunity is good now? Not yet. I'm waiting on, like I said, we're not going to do anything for the next 15-minute candle, next 10 minutes. You guys have 10 minutes to really figure out what you want to do. But we've just tapped that hourly level. I hope Reggie took a position there. Again. Maybe not.
No, I didn't take it again.
Right, because it's the rebreak, right? The rebreak.
Yeah,
you want that initial
exactly.
one. The rebreak, you're like, I'm going to be skeptical, and now you might push.
Nah. A rebreak and drive, and then I'm screwed after that. Yep.
Because, it's a heavy stop. You got what you want.
Yep.
You want that initial push. That's right. New all-time highs or sells? I mean, it could be neither. Could be both. We're waiting on the next 4-hour candle, aka we need this 15 to close. That takes us into the new hour, new 30, new 15, new 4-hour. And if we are back below the range here with a nice heavy bearish candle, right, on the 30, that's a 15 fake out, that's a 30 fake out, that's the 1-hour hold of resistance. I'm gonna look to create some bottom wicks on the next 4-hour. Yeah, it's gonna be an easier read. So if we close bearish here, a lot more information at our disposal to make a higher quality decision, right? And just a friendly reminder to the 400 watching right now. Please sub to the channel, especially if you're new here. Drop a like, sub to the channel, and please share this stream. Help me grow this community. Greatly appreciate it. Mwah. Thank you. Doing a little kiss in there, huh? You guys didn't like that? What do you want? The baby oil? Yeah, 4-hour closure. We tend to see a bit of a pullback on the last 15 of the 4-hour. Because it's got to create a wick, right? You get a drive, and then you need a top wick to continue to drive. If you're gonna need a hot wick, top wick, I would like to be in those cells to make that top wick because it's a 4-hour. I mean, a bottom wick. It's a 4-hour bottom wick we're gonna need. Should be a steep wick. Steep wick. Are we pretending buy or sell? No, we're paper trading. Buy or sell. we're gonna demo trade it. Wait, can I still not do anything? Yep, still can't do shit on this account. Fuckers better take me to live. Gold! Witness me! All right, give me a second. I gotta go. See, I'll be right back. Yeah, my guess is they're moving me to like straight away from Project X. But we'll see. I'll find out from them. Give me a second.
Wix, you're muted.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm not even looking at the chat, gang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Damn, I just did a whole breakdown. So what I'm looking for is for this candle, right? We just had a reaction off this area. I want this to come back down, flip bearish, and fail. If that happens, we can, after that bottom wick, I'm going to look for a rebreak at a high of that previous candle for the celery play to come up. But I want a break here, man. It just tried coming back in range, didn't it? What did it do? Until it breaks bearish, I can't trust it, right? Because I'm going to expect a bottom wick on this 4 hour. Like, I'm expecting a bottom wick. Once we get that bottom wick, a rebreak at a high should be good for us. But at any moment, this 4 hour can rebreak the lows. If we're able to come back down to 46.27, I'll have a buy stop on the previous candle high. One hour shampoo. Yep. Oh, damn. You guys were yelling muted for a while there. My bad. 1 hour head and shoulders, 2 hours sloppy toppy. 144, 245, 3 loaded clips, 4 X we trade. Can't continue that line. Long as now, no. Not put in position indicator since I can't show the trade. Still not on. Yeah, we'll do this. If I take a position, you'll see this. Something like that. Holy shit. What the fuck's it doing? If I take a trade, we'll do this. Cool. Something like that, right? But we're not in a position yet, so once we do, we'll activate it. Can't buy now. We don't have a stop. We're not really driving off a support. We come down to this area. Bounce back up. I'll say we are driving off support. Current candle. We gave it a chance to come down here, make a bottom wick. Ideally, it breaks down into the range here and then it rebreaks size. Or we just get closures above here. No bottom wick on this daily is crazy. Yeah, that's another thing. We never grabbed orders there on the daily. Right? Still do that. Just opened up on the daily. 4-hour closure there, pretty crazy too.
You're muted. You're muted, Lex.
God damn it. Sorry, again. This blue line, that's a buy stop. Got a buy stop. I told you we're going to, once we flip, re-break the low. I mean, it does give the 4-hour minor wick. It's not really a wick you consider a massive, but it's bounced. It's gotten back to the support area, right? So, or the previous resistance area. If we end up tapping it and then re-breaking the previous 4-hour high, I'll expect a steeper top wick. Also, right? Could also be a celery play on the break of the highs. No, 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 no. Zoom door. I got you. Can someone give him a next so we can beep him when he's muted? Yeah, somebody asked me to get in the Zoom. I opened it. Can we break that previous 15 and still re-break the high? All right, double here. We start breaking these lows here, 24. I'm gonna look to delete. Because at this moment, it's a 50 pips. He's looking in the mirror. He was looking in the mirror. It's the first time he's ever seen himself in the mirror. He started barking at himself. Yeah, I guess he's never seen himself in the mirror. That's so funny.
You did.
Go, go. He was looking at himself in the mirror over there.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Good night.
Have a good night, sweetie. I love you. Good dreams.
Bitch.
All right, so we've attempted to come down into this range. If we can fail and break the previous 4-hour high, it only makes sense to come up here. Hey, do me a favor. Close that door because everybody's yelling in the other house. Oh, in the other house. The other room. In the other house. When to trade, we have a buy stop here right now. No wonder that bark was weak as skin. Yeah, he was staring at the mirror at himself and just, bro, what are you doing? He's bugging out. Yo! Dog's weird. I think my dog's broken. Yeah, if it doesn't activate, I mean, no harm, no foul, right? That's the off chance, right? But it starts pushing.
When are you gonna be done?
About a half hour, maybe. Hey! Stop it. He's attacking all of you. Okay, 15 close, no bottom wick. Take us back up. The bro, not the sub for you. Nope, not here. Are the candles not the same platform to platform? My 15 doesn't match. Are you trading futures or are you on spot gold? Overweight for the position. Gang, please drop a like, sub to the channel, and please share this stream. Forever and always, always and forever going to keep asking you. I need your help. I can't grow the stream without you. Just simple facts. So we'll forever ask for your help here to grow it. So no 15 celery play available here. But the rebreak at a 4-hour high after grabbing that bottom wick is what interests me. And it'll be current candle stops here. Right? Net cost got that Ferrero ice cream bar. Tried it at $4.50 per bar. It ain't at all worth it. Nah. It's definitely not worth $4.50 per bar. But I had to buy it. I bought the pack. And where the fuck do you live that you got a net cost next to you? Where did you see a net cost market? Because you got to be either in New York, in Jersey, or Florida. Maybe Pennsylvania. Where did you see a net cost market?
Wicks, if it's 15 flips, stops were to approach 100. With the buy stop is no longer valid, right?
I'm not going to do it at 100 or
Okay.
even 80 pips.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If this 15 flips and starts driving, I think
If
I'll
it flips and comes down, yeah. If it starts breaking this support low right here, this wick, but I
Okay.
think the last time. Look at the last time we had a closure here, right there. You didn't get a massive bottom wick. You got a heavy push on the break of that high. But you also closed back right here. Right. So I see this as this reaction. As this level, this is this reaction. But a re-break of that high is the fill of this wick and this range. Also, the market could slowly be making a U-turn here after that heavy push up, right?
That's what I'm worried about, especially because we have no bottom wick on the daily.
Yeah, there's just it's not
That's
even
what
about
I'm
the day.
worried
We got
about.
we got a no bottom wick daily, the 4 hour. Oh yeah, this one's we had bottom wicks after that already. But when we opened up the session, that 4 hour, the hourly had no bottom wick here. I'm like, yeah, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. here. Yeah, we can come down with a heavy bottom wick to there. Yeah, once we get this 30 close, then we'll see. All right, for now, we got that 4 hour level. Current candle stops here if we break, right? For the 4 hour or when we break. You guys see a sell limit in the chat? That's partials. Okay. I think my level's off. Oh no, it's not. 33.3. Or 1. Okay. So 34 flat will be our partials. 6. 33. You guys see me moving sell limit and the signals? That's just me moving that partial level, adjusting it.
Okay. I love you, Papa. Love you.
Buy stop is no longer available. No, there's a buy stop right here. Love you too. Good night, baby. What about Man, I would love to get some sells from here, but we're going to need to close way back below the range. And for now, we're holding this level. If we keep holding in 4 hour breaks highs and we closed above. Oh. What are you taking TP2? So my partial is a 34 flat here. Right here is where I closed 75% of the position. Really looking at how we came up last time, and that drive up here, 34.7. The 5 wick is right there. 34.1. This level here is at 33.4. So I like this wick at 34.1 or 34 flat, and that's where I'm going with this push for partials. If we get it right now, it looks like it's coming back down. If that's the case, things can get interesting as well. Quite a few attempts here to come down and re-break the lows. What else? What do we have? In Florida for 3 weeks. Miami, aka South America. There's a net cost in Miami. I know they got one in my neck of the woods. Looks like a fake on is going to come down, right? Well, fine. No harm, no foul. My 15 is not matching either with his screen. Mine is red. You're on futures and where? Right here. My 15. Oh, you current 15? Yo, wait, hold on. Are we getting data? $27.2, 27. Yeah, we're getting data right now. Wait, and you guys are on top one? There's no way.
My levels are exactly the same as yours. Same.
Yeah. No, I just double checked versus my live account, and they're identical. It's scaring me. God, I thought for a second I might be on delayed data. That'd be some shit right now. Yeah, we're fine. You guys might have had a different closure. That split second of the 4 hour closure might have opened you up at a different price on the 4 hour. But that's really about the terminal. That's not to do with your broker. Not the two previous ones. I'm in trade of 8. Oh, somebody else was saying. So that's a different, yeah, that's a different, what do you call it? Yeah, you should have the same price, but these closures and time and closures may not match up time wise or just, closure wise. I've seen that happen. That split second is counted different depending on the platform, right? You can have the same broker, but trade that same account on MetaTrader or on CTrader or on TradingView, and you'll get a bit of a different closure just because of a different. So the price should be at the same point, but it might look a bit different in terms of candles depending where that closure registered by the platform. Guess it's closer to Fort Lauderdale, still South America. Yeah, like that's the net cost I'm talking about. I was actually there yesterday. You're on top stack, got the same as my chart. Yeah, so like it should be pretty much the same. Tip: if you're using on mobile trading view, shake your iPhone for reset. Nice thing. But top one futures don't match either. Shorts here. No, I mean this 15. I mean this 30 would ideally want to close, and look at this bullish 4 hour. We're most likely just creating a bottom wick for the 4 hour to continue back up. Right, so for me to take a short, we would have to close first. And not in the order that we just did right now. Like, so we have to close back in range, and we have to attempt the push back up. Right now, that closure gave us barely a bottom wick and the smaller time frame support. But on 30, there is no support. The only problem is the 30 hasn't closed yet. So no, I'm not taking that sell, because at any moment this can rip back up. Once we get the 30 closure, I want an attempt to come back up, and then I'll look for a retest of this area, and I'll look down.
So buy stop is still valid for you? I don't think it's valid for me.
Oh yeah, no. Once we break this low right here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to close it out, and that's what we're gonna do here. It's 80 pip stop here. Yeah. At this point, like, even if we start rejecting and pushing heavily up, you'd probably want that bullish closure above the current high. So yeah,
Right,
you can delete that buy stop position there. What is he doing? Stop. Yo, donkey, go outside. What are you doing? Come here. Here. No. Don't jump. No. Come here. Chill. High five. High five. Come here. Hey. Down. Good boy. What do you have for him? You have snacks for him? All right. Hey. Come here. Oh, shit. Yo! It's bugging out. Stop chewing my chair. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here, good boy. Come here, good boy. Hey, don't bite. Don't bite. Don't bite. Don't bite. Don't bite. Good boy. Look what you made him crazy. Take him outside. He's going crazy.
Here you go.
Take him outside. He won't like. Hey. Down. Down. Stop jumping around my. Stop jumping around my PC. Down. Spot. That's not your spot. That's my spot. Go in the living room, though. Go in the living room. Go. What? Hmm? No. Guy. Bro, is that all you trade is GC? Yep, all I trade is GC. Oh, by the way, delete this. We've had positions every day, gang. It's just they're not always on stream. Like there's been the positions are in the signature before stream, after stream. It just so happens these 2 hours have been like this. Yesterday, I think we had a late position too.
Yeah, I'm thinking something's gonna probably set up for London is what I'm thinking.
We set up around midnight, honestly. The way it's printing here. It's just you want to be here at the high volume time, and after 11, man, it dies down. I've noticed like we're getting pushes a bit later after stream, but like the real pushes are happening 1 to 3, like pre-London. Pushing up here. What's the stops on this 4 hour, man? 101 pips. If we break these highs, I'll probably get it. It's just, man, just tough. This sucks. I want a closure above there. Probably going to see a reaction at this area. If it continues pushing, man, a 4 hour look lovely. Yeah, I want to get in there. The hourly looks incredible. See if we start coming up here. I will look to get in here. There we go. It's coming up. So bring that back. I'll take on this 100 pip stop here. Drop your lots a bit. It'd be amazing if the hourly can close like this.
You're not worried about this 30 no bottom wick? I don't like that.
I don't think it comes back down from this.
No?
You know, it's part of the same hourly. The hourly is going to reflip bullish here. I mean, can it? Yeah, I just...
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to base it off the higher time frame. The hourly and the 4 hour have made the bottom work to build a range here. How much time we got here for the 30? I'm just banking. I'm going by the higher time frame here, right? We expected a bottom wick, the rebreak of the highs. We've created the highs here. Yeah, I'm gonna bank on the 4 hour pushing. And if that's not the case, I'm willing. I'm okay, right? Remember, I also said I'd like to re-break the previous 15 and 30 low. I didn't want to break the previous hourly, but hey, man, higher highs, higher lows at this point, right? So we're keeping up with structure. I would want this to push up. I can't, like, why would we break the lows to break the highs to then re-break the lows? So in my head, the bullish push here makes sense. The sell limit you see me put up, that's the partial. Doing the straight small stops, and I'm doing it 100 pip stop, the bottom wick here, the way it should be, and I'm just taking it at a smaller lot. So less risk because it's a big stop, but it makes sense from on every time frame, price action wise. Right, you're breaking that previous 30 high. The hourly's got a bottom wick, right? That 30 was the bottom wick on the hourly. I think it needs one now. The only thing is this is the first rebreak of the previous 4-hour high. So there's a lot of orders here, right? You might rebreak it, come back down for a little bit, and then drive. But you can also get a heavy pop because it's a 4-hour bottom wick and break of the previous 4-hour. I've come to terms with my with my risk here, and that's it. All right, gang. Tell you once we're in. Almost. All right, gang. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. We're almost in. I feel like it's going to pop and slip us a whole bunch of pips because this might be a big pop. We'll see. We'll see if we get slipped. Right now it's 31.6. Yesterday I got slipped like 5 pips. That was annoying. We're not in yet. We're not activated yet. Putting us up here where we'll be activated. All right. Can we break? Can we break? Can we break? This will be the stop. I will not be adjusting the stop unless we start closing back in range. We just closed back in range and now we popped out of it. We are still not active. And there we go. We are live. We are activated here. Right. Partials at 34. Full TP at the top of the range. About move stops to break even here. We're at 15 pips. Push up. Don't come back. Push up. Partials are about 25. I see 17 right there. Secure a bit of partials. Let it push up a bit more. I need it. Sorry, let me adjust it. 34.9. 33.9 partials. Stops to break even. We saw 18 pips. If you let your trade to come back to break.
This is exactly what I was scared of.
We didn't get there. I saw 18 pips. It's gonna push. It's gonna re-break. It does this. It comes back to that entry. I need it to push immediately. If it comes back down, we tried. We gave it a chance. We went break even. Yeah, we got tapped out at B here. Went break even at, it got close. What did we see? 33.4. Yeah, man. This is, you see, I thought about 33.4. There's a wick here at that exact level here. You see it? Right there, 33.4.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at this wick.
Yeah, that should have been the close for partials. Yeah.
I was looking at this and I was like, all right, so this is where we topped out. But then again, on the push here, this is where the candle kind of closed. And then I see the push here and that's where it closed too. So I'm thinking 34 flat. We can get it. I never got there, but motherfucker. I mean, I'm not going to say that's another break even, man. That's 2 break evens today. Well, one in the session and one in just been. Yeah, we got tapped out of here. We're expecting an initial push and a drive through. Market has not been driving after wicks, but for some reason, it's been driving no problem with no wicks. No problem, no top wicks, straight drop. No bottom wicks, straight drive. Look, you get fucking top and bottom wicks and look at the size of these candles. Nowhere. And it's not typical. When you get a slingshot, it drives, right? And I still believe it will. Maybe we'll get another opportunity for this. But at this point, we kind of want a closure here, right? Want to be up above here. Right there. Right, and then you have 70 pips to the top. But, man, gave it a chance. Sucks that it didn't drive. No, that's two positions. That's two break evens this session, yeah. Right? We had a trade earlier, didn't we? Or am I bugging? At least we tried. No, I mean, we did what made sense there. But you get a light candle now in this hourly, and the next hourly top wick brings you down. All right. Imagine that. We were planning this for 3 hours just to hit a B. Whatever. Hey guys, is the buy stop previous 30 high? It was the previous 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 high, yeah. That was the buy stop. Break even is better than losing capital, but like I'm planning on a win. Every time I show up here, I'm looking to close the day out in the green. Probably will, but like I want to try futures, but the apps are hard to use and I don't know how to use TradeAvate. They are easier to use than Forex, but you just have no experience using them. So you're like, you got to learn and then you'll see like, oh, holy shit, this is easier. Paper trading? No, demo trading. I'm not even taking out a paper, bro. To paper trade, you need to be able to afford paper. And the only paper I can afford is this. So paper trading it is. I'm sorry. I mean, demo trading it is. It's all nothing but demos. Yeah. And this pre-live account, yeah, I just typed that in there. This pre-live account, there's no payouts that this is based on. This was just like I bought this. I bought the badge. I bought the pre-live badge. Water trading. Why wouldn't you stay in the trade longer and only have 30 pips stop loss instead of moving stops to BE? What would my 30 pip stop loss be based on? Like, what is it based on? Just because you decided 30 pips? Well, what made you the pip decider or the stop loss decider? Like, the market doesn't care about what you think or how much you want to lose. It cares about levels. The only logic, I put my stops at a point where I'm wrong. And until this candle, until this 4 hour re-breaks its own low, you are ahead in the trade probability wise. You're wrong on the break of that low. You're not wrong after 30 pips. It could go 31 and still come back up, right? It has nothing to do with the amount of pips. The market is not driving because you need 30 pips or is not hitting your stops, not because, oh, you have a 30 pip stop, so it's not going to get there. No, it's based on levels and we have to be logical. We can't be arbitrary, right? We can't just be like I said, like minimum wage, some arbitrary shit. You know why it's $15 an hour? Because somebody just decided $15 an hour. It's not based on anything. It's really not based on anything. Like, why not make it 20? Why not make it 30? Same thing here. Why we stop? Why 30? Let's just make that stop 10 pips. Okay, but where's the logic behind there? Yeah, like I said, we should still hit it eventually, but like we want that initial drive. We don't want that pump back down. And lately, we have not been seeing that drive. The guys in the signal channel, they've seen me do this over and over and over. And they're like, yo, we keep hitting, positions that we keep winning, keep going back to break even, or we always want. And my guess is that the volume just has not hit the markets yet. It's January. The real volume comes in February, middle of February, end of February, March, April, May. That's when volume. Hey, Reggie, man, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Have a good evening, bro. I'm going to close it out right now, too. You're speaking too much. They're going to ban me? Yeah. But I believe the volume just hasn't come in yet for the year from people vacationing and, coming into the markets and the whatchamacallit, the word just skipped my head. Flew out of my brain. But yeah, the corporations, the countries, everybody, you know, the big industrial players, right? They're not the big corporate players, the big professional traders. They're not all in yet, right? So I think the volume just doesn't pump this the way it used to just yet, and it will. I think the volume, the institutions, yeah, that's what it's just I was looking for institutions. Yeah, they just have not really come into the markets yet at full force. So I think when we're getting these pushes and breaks of highs, that's something that would typically push heavy and drive is not giving us, you know, that whole drive. It's coming back, grabbing more orders, and then pushing. And I'm not going to make the adjustment here and say, all right, I'm going to move my stops here 30 pips down. Because long term, if you're going to, you know, you're setting yourself up for failure by not using logic. Like every trade has to be approached individually. Some stops I'll have better stop, like 25 pip stops on some trades. I'm not going to call it at 30 if I'm wrong at 25. You long or short, we just had buy stops and we saw 18 pips and then it hit BE. So we're going to call it here, gang. Please drop a like, please sub to the channel. And please, please, please share the stream. Help me grow this community. Let me add the 2 break evens into our record. Right, we had 2 positions here today, both breaking even. I believe it was 2. Someone update me if I'm wrong. But I'm adding 2 break evens. Maybe was it 1? Big fan, W. Yeah. I mean, you had 100 pips, then moved stops to break B, then closed out. If you would have left the go longer, you'd make more profit. I'm trying to learn why I move it to break even. We've hit resistances of sorts. We're still printing below the range. We saw almost 20 pips. I'm not looking to have these wicks hit right here to the left, right there, which hit. Look what happened to that candle. At some point, right? This candle right here was like this. At some point, that's what this candle looked like. You didn't fucking go break even there. That candle fucked you for how much? 153 pips. You basically let it fuck you for free. You know what I mean? No, we're not gonna do that. We got some standards. And we're not going to take that risk of it pulling back 153 pips, even though that's what it's done here historically, right off that level, right? There's some precedent to that. And if it's there, I'm not going to let it. I'd rather close out. I'm okay with a break even, right? I'm okay with a break even. I'm not okay with being up 20 pips and going to a negative. If you're up 20 pips and you let your account go into the red, you're an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Right? Yeah, so be logical. Base what you're doing on the markets and the candles and historical price data, not on how you feel or not what makes you comfortable, right? Make adjustments based on price action to be comfortable. Drop your lots. Skip the trade. Avoid the trade, like, you know, where you know, go heavier if you're comfortable there. I've been an asshole too many times. Yeah, stop being an asshole. Set yourself winning habits, and over time, yeah, you'll hit break even a bunch of times. Fine. But a bunch of times, you'll fucking snap and fill this range. And you're going to be like, all right, 3 break evens, then 63 pips. Fuck it. You know, I'm cool to snap, you know, every 2 or 3 trades. But at runner, if at the expense of hitting that BE. You believe we're going to all-time highs? I know we're going to all-time highs. There's absolutely no question. There's no way for gold to do anything but come up, right? Supply, demand. Gold is going to keep going up in value forever and ever and ever. Ever. Right? That's why you don't get to fucking... That's why you get swap fees when you hold trades overnight for buys. And that's why you get paid when you hold them overnight for sells, because they know it's going to go up. So if you're banking on swap fees, making swap fees, and long term, you're going to make some swap fees and then get blown out by gold. I just try to get better than what I'm asking. Yeah. What's the point of being someone else's liquidity? Yes, exactly. No point. I can sleep in peace, break even, then getting a stop loss. You can. I sleep in peace knowing that I got my position, right? And sometimes it can be a loss, but man, when I see red, but it was based on what I know to be a high probability of trade, man, it doesn't bother me. What will bother me if I took this, you know, on an impulse and didn't plan for this, did not have an idea. If we didn't break this down beforehand, this is exactly what we spoke about for the last 30 minutes before it happened. But if it's not what, you know, if we didn't speak about this at all and then it happened, you're like, all right, I'm getting in here, and then take the loss, man, I would be pissed. Yeah. New York will be out here. Yeah, New York, and it continues all over again. It's been a choppy month. It's only the beginning of the year. But the volume will come in here. You're going to see there's volume here now. It's just not coming in the same way you want it to. Boom, now drove. Let's go. Yeah, congrats to anybody that held. I am not holding that position. And oh my God, while we're yapping, that 15 bottom wick closure above. Why didn't nobody say nothing? Well, too late now. Yo, what the fuck? You guys didn't say anything. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, I probably wouldn't take it. Wait for this hourly to close. Damn, son. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a session here. There's an asteroid 10 times bigger than Earth, made mostly of gold and platinum. They already found it. But yeah, but how are you gonna get it to come here? What are you gonna do? Send Bruce Willis. Not funny now. I forgot his name, but what are you gonna do? Send Bruce Willis? Send Superman up to grab it. Yeah, please drop a like, sub to the channel. People are dipping already, so yeah, I guess you can go. That 15 was honestly pretty. I don't know why we're talking about what we did here. Been locked in on the 15. Nice. That's nice. That is nice. Also kind of weird though, right? It never got that closure above this level. Just found your stream tonight. Amazing. Drop a like, sub to the channel. Please share the stream. New here, never look at 4-hour candles. Do you have any videos that you recommend? The last half a decade of live streams, I would recommend. Over 1,000 live streams, almost like 1,500 live streams, funny. Exactly, Anna. Just be patient. Nice catch. Yeah, that break at a high on the 15 was lovely. I was yapping again. I was yapping to you guys. Hope somebody took that. Look, I'm gonna run. I watch your live streams, the old ones, just for learning purposes. Yeah, watch like anything from, watch everything from August on, from the summer on. Yeah, right, from my birthday. Anything from my birthday and after that, my birthday in September. So watch September, October, November, December, and it's gonna be really the most updated stuff. You'll kind of get to see how we went from sample sizing and forward testing pancakes to actually starting to apply them, right? No trades. See, bro, we had 2 trades actually this session. 2 trades. Sorry, we didn't post them up here. We had 2 trades, 2 break evens. What do you mean no trades? We were just in the trade 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Wait, we'll send the helicopters that went to Venezuela. Can't believe we'd be streaming digital cannons. I gotta find out why this is blocked. Why I do not have access to positions here. See, it's telling me right there. What does it say? Account is paused. I gotta go figure that out. Why? I'm gonna email them right now. All right, Zoom gang. I'll see you guys. Oh, Sam's in the building. Didn't even see it. What's up, Sam? Hector's in the building. How's it going, brother? I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning, New York session. Obviously, the signal channel, you already know. If I see something setting up, I will take it, and you guys will see it, and you guys will have a chance to trade with me. If I see something setting up tonight. If I do not see anything setting up tonight, obviously, New York session. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for our New York session live stream. We'll be live 8:30 tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. And hold on, let's see if we got any red folders here tomorrow. 8:30 PPI, CPI, TTI, Sleepy Eye, Creepy Eye. All right, PPI retail sales, PPI retail sales. Why are we doing this? Are these previous months? Is that what that is? Release date 34 days due to the US going. Yeah, so that's exactly what I was thinking. So this is the previous month numbers. But like everybody knows them already, right? They just got to drop them. And because this goes back like a month extra. These numbers are what really matters, right? The second numbers. I think that's the current ones. No, it was the, there will be 2 simultaneous releases as the sources skipped the data released last month. This pertains to the month of November. The month of November. All right, I don't know. I've never seen this, right? But we've never had a government shutdown where like all these red folders had to be delayed, and then we might have, but not when I was trading. So, and then look, you have October data, which is orange because it's too old, right? It's too old to really have an impact. This is November data, probably December data. So yeah, I'll look to be here at 8:30. See the volume come in, so we can trade the after effects of these red folders of the news, right? And so we can probably get a position in for NYSE Open. Look at us fill the range here like champs. Yeah, kind of annoyed, but yeah, this is a really good 15 candle. You're about to close here on the hourly too in 30 seconds. Filled the range, closed on the hourly 30 seconds right now. I have one question. If gold breaks the highs, where is it going? That's the whole point, right? It's so arbitrary that you don't know where it's going, where the levels are above the break of highs, that you can't formulate, right? You can't do a breakdown. You can if you want to, but I don't see an edge where there are no levels, right? If we do technical analysis and we analyze historical price data, what are we doing up here? What are we analyzing here, right? So I'm glad I stayed in. Yeah, congratulations. If you stayed in, you just banked 70 pips. Let me run. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. As always, I need to add some new mods. I gotta get rid of some mods who aren't active. So I think we'll be adding some new mods over the next week or two, and we'll be doing some giveaways starting next week. The last 2 weeks of January, I want to do a whole bunch of giveaways. So next week we'll restart our giveaway tradition, and we'll be giving away millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars throughout this year in funded accounts. Okay? Sounds like I'm exaggerating. I'm not. We gave away a lot last year, easily over 10 million in funded accounts. So keep showing up. We'll do more giveaways. Please drop a like, sub to the channel on your way out. Please share the stream now and in the future. I need your help. Let me see how many. Hold on. Let me see how many subs we got. Can we get to 29.5? That would be cool. That would be really cool, man. Oh, we're 7 subs away, gang. Can we get 7 more subscribers? 7 more to get to 29.5. Come on.
Outside med det! Nå får du inside! Outside med det!
Let's go. All right, can we get to 29.5, gang? Wow, we're 4 away. 4 subs. Yo, thank you to the ones that just subbed. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for subbing up. Thank you for helping me grow this community. And thank you for showing up night in, night out, day in, day out, week in, week out. And for a lot of you, it's been month in, month out, year in, year out, right? Some of you guys have been here since the very beginning over the last 5 years. And thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. What was that? That was my Spartans. That was my Spartans. Gang, gang. Quick analysis. I'm going to wait for this to print. There's nothing I want here. We've tapped target. The only thing I can wait for is a rebreak out of highs here and then a rebreak out of current candle low. That's all. But like, look, the 4 hours grabbed that bottom wick. And maybe that push. You're probably headed to all-time highs now. If it holds here, I wouldn't expect this to be a massive drop down, right? Eventually, once we break up here, we will go ahead to all-time highs. Only joined 2 weeks ago, learned so much. We are 1 sub away. 29,499. Can we get to 29.5, gang? 1 sub. 1 subscriber. Yep. Oh, all right. Thanks. Thanks. Somebody just unsubscribed. Thanks, jerk. 498. I'll be refreshing this till we get 2 more subs. Y'all like, all right, if he's not gonna close until he gets them subs, I ain't gonna sub. It was me to edge you on. Damn, bring it back, bro. Bring it back. 29.5. Woo! Appreciate it, gang. Congrats to anyone that took advantage of our position here today. I caught a break even, but if you guys caught that W, shit, post them. Share the stream. Share the knowledge with the people. Tell them to show up to get these dubs. Yeah, let's call it here. My kids already went to bed. I said night, so I'm not even rushing for that. But I'm going to call it here. I'm going to get some rest, try to be on early and refresh tomorrow. Like I said, Signal Channel, if I see anything set up, probably before midnight by 1 a.m. I'll send it out. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Zoom gang, appreciate you, mods. Thank you so much as always. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Love and wisdom to you all. There you go. Cake show. This is the price action show. That's what it's. The price action trading show. The Pat show. Price action trading. That's what we're going to change it to. I'm Wix9, your host of the Pat show. And the Pat and pancakes. All right. And I will see you guys tomorrow because my time here is up. You guys already know this. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Once again, thank you for always rocking with me. And thank you for always showing up and helping yourself. That's all I really want from you guys. I want you guys to show up and really lock in and help yourself. And that's why I don't gatekeep. Giving you everything, all right? Just not structured because everything shows up here on the market's time, not on ours. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Later.